So it is Jana Partners who has taken a massive stake in Whole Foods Market, and they believe, and this is why the stock is jumping, that they can capitalize on undervalued shares and that they can capitalize on the real estate holdings that Whole Food apparently has right now. That stock jumping 10%. To North Korea, Syria, tax plan or no tax plan, how should you be investing around all of this, or at least through it? Hope you're in the dollar. With all this fear and loathing, it's at a 3-week high as tensions ramp up. But if you're not, let's bring in Wells Fargo's senior global equity strategist, Scott Wren. He's, of course, at Wells Fargo. Great to have you. And Scott, right away, how much do you listen to all that has been going on? We've got warships facing off against each other. So much to do.
Well, there is a lot going on, Liz. Lots of moving parts. The funny thing is if you go last Thursday and Friday in a 24-hour period, we had 3 or 4 big things happen, and the U.S. stock market really just shrugged it off. So I think global investors still look at the U.S. as a safe haven, but really if you look at our work, it suggests that really the EFA index and emerging markets actually have more upside between where we are now and year-end than all of our targets on whether it's large-cap, mid-cap, small-cap U.S. stocks.
Well, the Journal says there's nothing to fear but lack of fear in the markets. But look, you talked about how you believe you like the Pacific region as investments. The International Monetary Fund will be giving out its spring report on Monday. It is much awaited by market watchers. Where in the Pacific region would you say let's go in?
Well, if you look at, for instance, Japan or something like that in terms of developed markets, they have not really participated. Now, are the longer-term demographics of Japan great? Well, probably not, but at least as far as right now, and you look out over the next 12 months, in a big liquid market, Japan is a place that we find attractive.
Japan. Okay. And again, it's interesting. We've seen the yen as sort of one of those safe havens, which is interesting. But as we wait on that IMF report that comes out next Monday, and Christine Lagarde has been very worried that trade won't be that driver of stocks. Do you believe that?
Well, I tell you, Liz, and we've both been around a long time. I mean, the IMF is not exactly the most dependable organization when it comes to projections looking ahead. So, I mean, I would argue that global trade, we're going to see plenty of global trade. It's not going away anytime soon, and it's still going to involve the U.S. and lots of other countries.
Scott Wren, thank you so much. Scott of Wells Fargo.